Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming in so respectfully and quietly. We have a very, very special group of people here to visit us today. And I appreciate that you've all quieted down. We're all sitting up straight and tall. We're finished with our talking. We're ready to listen at this point. And ready to enjoy an outstanding, excellent assembly that we have today. We have some very special friends here from the University of Wisconsin Whitewater Cornerstone Sports Success Program. And these are some outstanding athletes who are here to share some great things with us today. We're very fortunate that they're here, and I've kind of been telling them how awesome the Paris Panthers are and how proud we are to be Paris Panthers. So, one thing I want to ask of you is, when they leave here today, I want these guys to tell me that your students are the best students that we have ever done an assembly for. So let's be great listeners, let's have fun, let's show them our utmost respect, and give a huge welcome for these guys. We have Coach Dan Price from the University of Wisconsin Whitewater, and I will let Coach introduce our guys that are up here. So, thank you for being here, guys. Hello! You guys are ready for the fun? Yeah! Excellent. As I introduced, my name is Dan Price, and I'm the Assistant Director of Wheelchair Athletics at UW Whitewater. And what that means is I'm the head coach for our women's wheelchair basketball team, assistant coach for our men's wheelchair basketball team, and then I come out and run our disability awareness program. I'll grab a few of my friends here today, and they're going to introduce themselves to you guys here in a few minutes. But before we get started, we're going to have two very important goals for our presentation today. Our first goal is I want everybody to be able to leave the gym learning something brand new. And our second goal, and the most important goal of the entire day, is we got to have some fun while we're trying to do that. You ready to do all that? Yeah! I want to briefly tell you guys a little bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Dan Price. I was born and raised in the great state of Minnesota, so that means I am a huge Minnesota Vikings fan. Yeah, and I see my man over there on the Vikings shirt. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. And I moved to Whitewater about 7 years ago to start our women's wheelchair basketball program, and I'm very excited to now live in the state of Wisconsin. The reason that I'm actually in a wheelchair here today is when I was 7 years old. We have anybody that's 7 right now? Yes. Perfect. Okay. So when I was 7 years old, I was actually diagnosed with something called Burkitt's lymphoma. And what that is a type of cancer. Raise your hand if you know what cancer is. Okay. If you don't know what cancer is, the type of illness, okay, type of illness that affects the body. So up to the age of 7, I was running around and jumping around and doing the same type of activities that you guys do on an everyday activity. When one night I was sleeping and I had a sharp shooting pain in my back that was going over and over and over again. So me and my parents went into the doctor the next morning and we took some x-rays. Everybody know what an x-ray is? Perfect. Alright. So I took an x-ray of my body. And they actually found I had 3 tumors in my body. Okay, I had a tumor in my right shoulder, a tumor in my stomach, and then one on my spinal cord. So what they did is they took some surgery, right? They gave me some surgery to remove one in my shoulder and my stomach. And then they gave me some very cool medicine called chemotherapy and radiation to remove the one on my spinal cord. Alright? What I want everybody to do real quick for me is clap your hands twice. Excellent. So what you just did is your brain talked to your spinal cord to tell your hands to clap twice. Okay? That spinal cord is that big thing in the middle part of your back. So when you blink your eyes and move your hands and run and jump, your brain is talking to your spinal cord to be able to do all those things. So when I go to tell my legs to move, it hits what's basically called a stop sign. Right? So it just stops. It doesn't go all the way down to my legs. So when I'm sitting here talking to you right now, it doesn't hurt when I'm sitting talking to you. My legs are not broken. I'm actually very lucky that I have no sensation. So if you came and kicked in my knee, I'm probably going to say ah. Right? Let's just be friends. So it doesn't actually kick my knee. Okay? How many of you guys like to go to the park with your friends? Okay? How many of you like sports? Okay? How many of you like music? How many of you like math class? A few less hands, I understand. How about this? English class. Even less hands yet, completely understand that one as well. And last but not least, how many of us like video games? Oh, yes. So all those activities that we just talked about, the park, music, math and English, and video games and sports, all those activities that you all love to do, so do we. Okay, we love to do those same kind of activities, just the same way that you guys do them. The only difference is we might do them a little bit different. Okay, my good friend LB is going to get into that message here in just a second. But with that being said, I want to introduce my good friend Jake. He's going to tell you guys a little bit about himself and we'll go from there.
My name is Jake. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. This is my first year at Whitewater. I played 1 year at a different school called Edinburgh University, which is all the way in Pennsylvania. I came here to Whitewater because they're better. I've lived with your basketball for about 4 years now, and I've been in a wheelchair for 19. When I was 2 years old, I was in a car accident that gave me a spinal cord injury, so now I'm paralyzed from the waist down, so I can't like run or jump, but I still do a bunch of other stuff. And here's Double D.
I have one question. Are you already having some fun? Now, come on now. I done went to tons and tons of schools, and I know y'all can be louder than all the schools we've ever been to. So I'm gonna ask you again, are you already having some fun? I think we got a winner. Alright, my name is Derek Dortch, but my friends call me Double D. Will y'all remember that? What's my name? I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. Anybody know where Mississippi is? I got a question. Can anybody spell Mississippi for me? Anybody know? Can I get a volunteer to spell Mississippi? Spell it for me.
Mississippi.
That is absolutely correct. But people in Mississippi, we spell it a little bit differently. Can I tell you how we spell it? We spell it like this: M-I, cricket letter, I, cricket letter, I, humpback, I. Do I got a volunteer? Anybody want to give it a try? No? Teachers, principal, nobody? Alright. Well, like I said, my name is Derek Bush, but my friends call me. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi, and my disability is a little bit differently from the guys that came up here and talked so far. I was actually born with my disability. I was born with a disability called being too pretty syndrome. Can you see it? Now, actually, I was born with a disability called spinal bifida. So when I was born with a hole in my spine. So pretty much how Dan explained it to you. So when my brain sends a signal down to my spinal cord, when it gets to the hole, stop sign. So I'm basically paralyzed from the waist now. But even though I was born with my disability, I never let my disability stop me from accomplishing my goals that I set for myself. I like to do all the things that you probably all like to do, but I might have to do them a little bit differently, or I might do them a little bit better. Like we live on our own, drive our own vehicles, play all kinds of wheelchair sports, like wheelchair softball, wheelchair tennis, wheelchair hockey. We like to swim, we like to do all fun stuff. I started playing wheelchair basketball when I was 12 years old. You got any 12-year-olds in here? Okay, all right. That's how old I was when I first rolled on the court. From there, wheelchair basketball had opened up a lot of doors for me. It gave me the opportunity to travel, gave me the opportunity to meet awesome people from all over the world. It gave me the opportunity to get an education. and also gave me the opportunity to win 3 national championships for the University of Whitewater, Wisconsin. But the best thing wheelchair basketball has allowed me to do is come here and perform in front of you all.
Excellent. So one of the reasons I wanted these guys to briefly tell you guys a little bit about themselves is, like all of you, we all come from a very different background, right? We all have different upbringings, different rules, and different things that we had to do. But one common thing brings us together every morning at 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. every morning, and that's our team practice. Okay? Every morning, no matter if it's snowing out, or if it's raining out, or if I have a little bit of a cold, right? We get together and we practice. Okay? And as often as we are together, there's an opportunity where we might get on each other's nerves. Every once in a great while, my good friend Double D or my good friend Jake is going to do something that just drives me absolutely bonkers. Right? Just going to drive me crazy. Okay? But with that being said, there's always one common thing that we have for one another. And that's something that we're here to talk to you guys about today. And that word is called respect. Okay? We want to make sure that we're respecting each other in everything that we do. My friends can have a different opinion than I can. Okay? And that's completely okay. We want everybody to have their own opinions. Right? But we want to be able to hear those opinions and respect those opinions. My good friend Double D, he's a big time Packer fan. Okay? My good friend Jake is a big time Cincinnati Bengals fan. Okay? And obviously I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, so we have a disagreement just when it comes to football, but we always have the respect for one another to make sure that that's okay. It's okay to cheer for another team. It's okay to have a different opinion, and it's okay to have your own points of views. And we want you to have your own points of views, because that's very important. That's what's going to make us all very successful down the line. We actually have a slogan that we say every morning in our practice that goes like this: what can you do today to make yourselves better? But most importantly, what can you do today to make the others around you better? Okay? So, today I am here to give everybody in this gym, teachers, principals, students, everybody that's in this gym right now, you're getting a piece of homework. Okay? You're all getting some homework today. Okay? Your homework today is, how can you make somebody's life better? Right? The very cool thing though about my homework is, I'm going to give you the answer. Okay? I'm going to give you the answer. There's 2 easy ways to make somebody's life a little bit better. The first thing we just touched upon, right? Showing respect. Making sure we're saying yes, no, please, thank you, right? Listening when our parents and our teachers are talking, okay? Asking for help when help is needed, right? And number 2, it's actually going to sound the easiest, but it's the hardest thing to do every single day. We simply just want you all to have a smile on your face. Okay? If every one of you can provide a smile on your face, I guarantee you are going to brighten somebody's day up. You don't even have to have a conversation with somebody, right? My friends and I, we came into this gym, we saw some of you guys outside jumping around on the playground, smiling and laughing around, and we were joking on the bus how much fun you guys were having. And you guys, without even talking to us, brighten our day up. So we want to thank you guys very much for that. Okay? You guys want to, yeah, clap for that. Thank you so much.